Hey. No, you're not going to go in the closet. These girls. Oh, look at your mouse. It's your mouse. What are you doing? I know, I love you. Hi. Let's see. What are you doing now? Noah. Noah. Hi Ann, hi Meta, hi Joe, hi October, hi Tina, hi Tam, hi Michelle, hi Vera, hi Lizzie, hi Ian, hi Corey. What are you doing? Come here. Hey Darm. Hi Ruth. Hi Sandra. Hi Ghosties. Hi Denise. Nala, leave the closet alone. I swear the holes look much bigger when I sit like this than when I'm just standing. Nala, please leave the closet alone. Nala. Crazy girls. Hi, Queenie. What is it called? Thank you, Lizzie. Nala. Nala. Cora, what are you doing? Oh, she got the door open. I just can't win with you. I'm just waiting for everybody to come in. Oh, you're not going to go in? You just wanted to open the door? No. Cora, what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Hi, Kathy. Hi, Claire. Yeah, I think you're right, Corey. Her favorite toy is the closet door. She likes opening it and then trying to rip clothes. Hi, Lindy. I see skunks every night. What, Coral? Makeup. Yes, baby. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. Kirby. You're hysterical. Yeah. You're hysterical. Where are you going? Coral. Nala, where are you? Come here. Come here. I think you're getting chin acne again. Alright, so are we all here? Nala. Come here. So, today, somebody came to meet the girls, and it went horribly. But he still wants to adopt them, it seems. And he's had kitties his whole life, and he was really patient. And the girls just hid under the bed the entire time. I tried to get them in here, and I managed to get Coral in here, and Nala hid under the bed, and I couldn't get her. And when they came in with me, Coral freaked out like I've never seen her freak out. She was trying to get to Nala on the other side of the door, and she was going crazy. So I had to open the door and let her go to Nala. And we spent the whole visit basically laying on the floor trying to look at them and sitting in here trying to get them to come in here. But he's had a lot of experiences with cats, and that didn't deter him. And I think he's a really, really good match for them. He's had kitties with illnesses before, and so the asthma doesn't scare him at all. And so on Thursday, I'm going to go do a home visit, and if all goes well, which I'm thinking it probably will, I will be delivering them next weekend. I believe he found their profiles on the Kitten Rescue site, and he saw that she had asthma, and that stood out to him. So I think he was just, he has that natural cat instinct. Like, it did not throw him that they were freaking out. If you guys had seen how badly Coral reacted, unless you're like one of us crazy cat people, I think it would have freaked other people out. So the fact that that didn't freak him out was really, really good. And his friend that came with him works with, like does Reiki for animals and has a ton of pets and loves animals too. And or is it Reiki? Reiki. And she said he's an amazing cat dad. So I think he's going to definitely be patient enough, because I think it's going to take them a little while to adjust. And, you know, when Coral and Nala stayed with Denise, Coral hid under a blanket for like a number of days, whereas Nala came around a little faster. But he also works from home. So he's home all the time, and we're probably going to set them up in his office so that they can be with him and hear him talking and all of that stuff a lot. And he's perfectly like understanding and patient in keeping them in the one room and keeping them safe until they trust him more. And you know, when you're dealing with cats this age, introducing them to a new home takes a lot of patience, especially when you're nuts like these two. So I think it looks really, really good. Now, of course, like I'm having anxiety at the thought of letting them go. But there was not one thing about this guy that made me feel like he wasn't perfect for them. And that's what I always promised myself that I would need, is that I would have to be the exact right person. And I think he's the exact right person. So hopefully everything on Thursday will be perfect. I really think it will be. And then next weekend I'm gonna pull up my big girl pants, put my big girl pants on, and take them to what hopefully will be their forever home. I mean, seriously, you guys, you know, I have my overalls hanging off of a hook on the bedroom door, and Coral was leaping so high and throwing herself so hard at that door that she pulled the overalls down and broke the hook. And her pupils were so big. And I had treats already and everything. And she was like yelling. And she just went straight under the bed and huddled up with Nala. What? But I loved that he was willing to lay on the floor and just stare at them and try to talk to them. And at one point, Coral came out from under the bed and jumped, like walked, like ran past him and then jumped on the bed and then crawled under the covers. So at least like we got to pull up the covers and look at her. I'm like, but I just looked at him and I felt so bad. I'm like, of course, like the one day I need them to be somewhat social, they not only act like shy, but they act crazy shy. And I just kept saying to him, I swear to God, they're not. Like, when it's just us, they're totally normal cats. Yeah, but even when they hide, when you come over, they eventually come out. And that's the thing. So, but he said he's had cats that hid all the time, and just none of that seemed to bother him at all. So I think, and it's perfect that he's home all the time. I think, and he's already said that, like, if he has to go out of town, he already knows who will cat sit, and giving the inhaler doesn't shake him at all. So I just think I'm crossing my fingers everything goes smoothly and he doesn't change his mind and that everything will go well, and I'll, lick my wounds, and then I'll get to foster kittens again. And that's the goal. Hi, Jean. No, he's had a diabetic cat. He's had, he's had cats that he's had to treat. And when I said, when we were talking about the process and I said that he'd have to sign a contract, say, like signing, initialing that like no declawing, he's like, oh, declawing is just horrible. Like, how could anybody do that? And I was like, thank you. Thank you. You're smart. All of that stuff. He's just, I could tell he was a cat person. He lives not near me, but he lives close to where one of my clients is. So I'll be able to go do the home visit on the way to my clients on Thursday. And if he ever needs anything, I'm in that area at least once a week. All right. So it's amazing news. It's good news. It's gonna be hard for me. And he even said to me, they both did, they said, isn't it gonna be hard for you? And I was like, yeah, it's gonna be really hard. But the whole goal is to keep saving kitties. And the whole time that I've had them, I've not been able to save any more kitties. So, I'll lick my wounds. What? Why are you, how are you up there? Hold on. What are you doing? Come on. Come out here, please. What were you standing on? I'll be checking his closets. I warned him about, clipping their claws regularly because she has a tendency to like to pull on fabric. And luckily, Nala is easier to clip than Coral is, and Nala's the one who's got the pulling habit. So if he at the very least can clip her claws somewhat regularly, it should save fabric around his home. I think that they'll love, like the beautiful thing about cats is that if you feed them and you care for them and you're loving with them, they'll love you back. Most of the time. At least these kind of cats. Even feral cats love you back in their own special way. But I honestly believe that these two will even flourish more if they're in a home that they have more free reign in once they've adjusted. And when they have somebody that, isn't splitting their time between a whole other group of cats and them. I've told them how loved they are and how you guys have been following and supporting them for years now. And I doubt that he'll do a Facebook page. But I do think that he would send me updates and all of that stuff. So I will do my best to reach out to him to get updates and all of that. I'm gonna have to, because it'll kill me not knowing how they're doing and at what stage in their bonding they're at. Yeah, feral kitty. My tenant John sent me a picture of feral kitty. He said he laid down on the couch and feral kitty just laid down on his chest. He's like, but I'm not gonna touch him. And I was like, and he was thinking about going out and like trying to get some ice cream or something. And I was like, see, He heard you thinking that you were going to leave the house, and he was like, no, but don't touch him. Just, he's going to hold you down. Feral kitty's like, I want to be close to you. Don't touch me. Where are you going, Coral? Hi, baby. Yeah, trust me, it's gonna be hard. I wish I could put a camera on them and watch them, and it's gonna be like I'm gonna have separation anxiety. Um, but I know that, you know, I'm not the only one who can care for them. I know that, um, what are you licking? I know this is the right thing for them and the right thing for me so I can foster more. What, I've been fostering them for like, Jesus, has it been like 2.5 years, 2 years now? I can't even, I try not to even think about it. I can't even think about it. They've been here so long. Now, granted, a lot of that, you know, like with the pneumonia and everything, time flies by when you're dealing with a sick cat, but yeah, especially with, you know, I know the shelters are starting to open up again, but there are kittens everywhere right now. It's full on kitten season, and I'm gonna hopefully be able to get my strength back up and get kittens right away. I have to see how I feel emotionally after I deliver them, because this is gonna be so hard. But whew, I know it's the right thing. Huh? What are you doing? I know you had a hard day, huh? You freaked out. Oh, that's so awesome, Claire. Congratulations. Yeah, I seriously did not think we would find an adopter. So to have this one randomly pop up and contact me was quite a surprise because Denise knows I got to the point where I was like, all right, how am I gonna? I'm just gonna have to like stop fostering and integrate them into my household and just, you know, like just deal with it because I, you know, couldn't. Because even if Nala were super healthy, then I could at least, you know, bring kittens in and not worry about, you know, quite as much about bringing, you know, her catching something from another kitty. But, you know, there's just not enough space. My house is not big enough, and I'm just not wealthy. So I've often fantasized about building a second floor or adding a third floor to the whole property. Yeah, I think the hard part is going to be not sleeping with them. And, you know, of course, I'll let my cats in. My cats are harder to sleep with than these two, so that'll be an adjustment. But it'll be, you know, I mean, I love them. And I know they love me, so that's hard. But the good thing is that I did get to see how they adjusted when they were with Denise. And I know that if they are in a safe environment and given the right kind of treats and the right kind of love and attention, that they will bond with who they're with. Lizzie found hot and sour soup. But is it good hot and sour soup? Oh yeah, I think he's got a nice house, and like I don't think, yeah, I think he'll be able to afford her care. And I told him, if she ever gets sick again, let me know and I can try to fundraise. And he's like, that's not necessary. I think, I just think it's the right fit. Like, I couldn't have asked for anything more. So, as long as he's not like hoarding and the house isn't like a horrible, situation for a cat, I think this will be really good. Huh, Nala. And of course, okay, so Coral flips out today, but the last like week, Nala's eye all of a sudden starts watering. So I'm like, come on, you guys, like, don't like try to like work it so you look like you've got something wrong with your eye. You're getting chin acne on this one, flipping out. Come on, give me a break, huh, Nala? I don't think he's looking to adopt a human, just kitties. Yeah, I hope so, Claire. I mean, who would, I miss kittens. I don't miss kitten poop, but I do miss kittens. Kittens would have been really nice to have during this whole stay-at-home thing, because I had so much more time. But I do think, and I have this fear that I'm gonna end up with sick kitties again that end up staying here for a really long time. But even if it takes a couple of years, they seem to find homes. What are you doing? And now she's acting like, the minute they left, they were like, what? We're fine. Huh? Huh, Nala? Yeah, Shelly's just swimming in kittens and placentas. I told Shelly, I was like, I'm so jealous of your placenta, your bags full of placenta. Your pile of placentas. John and I were watching her chat while the cat was giving birth, and I was at a client's office, and you guys might not know this. It just came out, I think, but if you use Mozilla instead of Google Chrome on YouTube, you might be able to do it on any videos, but you can hover over the right side of the video and a little blue box pops up, and if you click on it, it'll pull the video out, and no matter what screen you're on, the video will stay put. So I was able to work and have the kitten, her birthing, up on the corner of my screen without having to move it constantly whenever I clicked on different pages. So that was cool. But we were watching the chat, and I was laughing out loud at my clients when somebody was like, Shelly used to be a nurse, and then somebody else was like, Shelly is was it a brain surgeon and an astronaut? And I was like, God damn it, Shelly. Would you cut it out? You're performing brain surgeries on the moon at the space station. Oh, that's great, Ghosties. Yeah, I guess Firefox. Oh my god, Nala. Why must you just leave the cardboard alone? What just happened to the computer? Where's it going? Yes, we know how you feel about Firefox, Lizzie. But it's really, like, I never knew I needed that. Because usually, you know, I just had 2 tabs and I would like downsize the screen so I could see it over here, but then every time I would click on something, I would have to bring it back. So it was actually pretty cool to find that. Is that the moon? Hold on, I need to see if that's the moon out the window. Yeah, I don't know if you guys checked out the moon, but it's like the strawberry moon or whatever they call it. Oh. The moon is kind of hiding behind the trees, but I can see it glowing behind the trees. Well, we had clouds too. That's why I was surprised to see it. But it's pretty big. What are you doing? Nala. Some tofu bread. Sorry, I'm texting my tenant to go look at the moon. I have not told foster dad John yet, but I thought he'd hear it from here. I know he's got plans tonight. No, I didn't tell him and Shelly. I told Denise, and that was it. Because I really needed to absorb it. I'm kind of like, I had anxiety last night. Like, I had trouble sleeping because I was like, oh God, how are they going to behave? Like, how am I going to get them into the room and get them calm? And because I really wanted it to go well. And then it went so badly that once it was over, I needed to like sit and absorb that I'm actually going to let them go, that, you know, and kind of get back, recuperate from the stress of the visit. Oh my God, Nala, come on. I would love your help with delivery, Denise, if you are available. I could do it either Saturday or Sunday, whatever works for you, because doing this alone is going to be super hard. I think the adoption fee is cheaper now that they're older. And I told him I would cover the adoption fee, and he was like, no. So, I mean, we'll deal with all of that. Because I'm going to give him one of the air purifiers. I'm going to give him everything and anything that's going to help them adjust easily. I was even thinking about trying to bring Scratch and Post because it at least smells like them. But no, I don't think next week, I don't think the protests are going to be near where he lives. Hi, Jersey. Yes, Nala and Coral are, it's looking like if all goes smoothly this week that they finally found a home. Yeah, I think I have some Fellaway I can bring him to plug in. I'm going to put an email list of everything together that he should get and like what kind of thing. I already showed him the food, but I'm going to list it all with the links. I told him to get a fountain because they love the fountain. They drink a ton of water and they eat a lot of dry food. They like dry food more than wet food. I mean, just anything and everything I can bring that'll help. Yeah, I have a fresh blanket that I put out today that I'm gonna let them get all over this week, and I'll rub it on everything. Yeah, the cat tree is pretty beat up. But even like I think I'm gonna give him the tuna can scratching post bed, because that really smells like them. And they'll be fine if I give the blanket and the tuna can, and I think I'm gonna give them the cat new with the musical notes on it because it's all ripped inside, and Coral sleeps in it a lot. And you guys know I love that cat new, but I think Coral likes to kind of hide in it. And because it's ripped, I can't really use it for another litter anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep with the blanket and all of that. Yeah, that's a good idea, Claire. I think I'm gonna do that. They don't really sleep on. They don't really use the under the sea bed. So I don't think that. I think that they just need a good blanket to hide under, and I have to see what his office is like and how big it is, and all of that stuff. And no matter what, they're gonna still be anxious, but I think the basics. I'll bring some of the kickers, not this one because this one has duct tape on it, but there's another one. Some of their favorite toys. I'm going to make sure that Coral has her mouse. and one of the wand toy. You know, a baggie full of plaster, right? I got plenty of that. I'll start peeling it off the walls now. Ooh, there's one. Oh my God, no, what are you doing? Is Coral in the closet now? Yeah, we'll see. We will see. No, I'll let Coral out of the closet. So, yeah, it's all very overwhelming and exciting and sad and hard, but really, really good. It can't just be any wall, it must be plaster. She's only about a certain kind of wall. Maybe. Painted plaster. Yes, Coral's little mouse is right there. And you know, I'll bring springs and... Nala! Oh. I know I'm gonna have trouble sleeping tonight. What are you two doing? Come here. Nah. Hi, Sue. They go to sleep after I've gone to sleep. After they can run over me for a good half an hour, and then they go to sleep. Right, Queenie? I'll sleep some. Don't worry. It's just, oh, God. This is super, super hard. Gotta put on my big girl pants. I just know, like, they can't live in these 2 rooms in a bathroom for their whole life. You know, they just can't. And my cats just are nuts. Well, I know Denise wanted donuts, but she also just got back to the gym. So I don't know if Denise will want me to get donuts tomorrow. Oh, of course, Corey. I'm going to tell you guys everything. I'll tell you guys on Thursday. I'll do a chat after I do when I get home on Thursday night. When did I have donuts? I had donuts last weekend, didn't I? Or last week? Week or so ago? No. Week and a half ago? I can't remember. It's all a blur. What are you doing? if you guys could have only seen Coral, it was so heartbreaking. She's a little neurotic sometimes. All right, you guys, I just wanted to let you all know I'm going to go try to settle down, and maybe we'll do a chat tomorrow when Denise is here. Denise will be here like sometime after 2, so maybe like I'll text and let you guys know what's going on. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go look at the moon. So be good to yourselves, and we'll see you probably tomorrow. This darn mouse. Come on, mouse. I just changed the battery in this thing.